It worked that time.
Yay!
Take two, scene two. Hey, everyone, welcome to Real Estate Talk with two agents from different areas of California. Rachel from Gratis Homes and Estates down in Thousand Oaks, and I am Scott Miller, otherwise known as Miller. And someday we'll even tell you why. I'm just known as Miller. And I normally don't wear a cowboy hat. However, I just came back from a trip to Texas with Epic, and it was pretty dang epic. But I'm going to lose the hat now because, yeah,
It
there.
keeps disappearing.
Now I have hat
So,
hair, hair
so when
hat.
I go to my big meeting in Palm Springs next month, what do I wear when I come back? A golf shirt or
Golf shirt, maybe what do you call it? Little shooter cups? I don't know. I have no idea.
shot glass?
So, we were going to try to do this the last week from Texas, and the whole time thing, the whole time change thing, just was not working. But that's okay. You know, Rachel and I, like I said, we're in two different parts of the area. She's down in Thousand Oaks. I spent 30 years down there, and I moved up here to Ridgecrest. Rachel is at a brick and mortar, and I'm going to tell you about. Rachel can talk about yourself.
Well, yeah, you've mentioned brick and mortar before and described me as brick and mortar, and you more of a cloud AI driven brokerage. And I feel like, oh, hello,
That's a cloud.
are you doing a stretch?
No, it's a cloud.
Oh, it's a cloud. Are you stretching?
Why?
And I do feel like both of us have a little bit of both of those things. Yes, we do have an office, but because of technology, and one of the great things about being an agent is that you can really work from anywhere. And like, so for instance, today I worked from, a coffee slash bakery alongside a friend of mine. And, my mom, who I am a second generation realtor, my mom was an agent for about 18 years. She's still licensed, but is not actively pursuing clients at this point. But she'll tell you stories where she was on a cruise ship and she was closing deals. So,
I want
so
that deal. I want
I
to go on
know
cruise deals.
it was
Yeah.
different 20 years ago. My mom will tell you that she was like, she got her license and she signed on. I can't remember the first broker she was with, but she was literally sitting in a training and she was getting and closing a deal at the same time. It was just like business was so different back then. Um, but all that to say, yes, we do have an office. And in fact, we're in the process of relocating to a bigger office right now, which is really exciting. But we also do have AI technology. We do have, all of this cloud driven technology that is accessible to us. My style is definitely more face to face. I like meeting with my clients. I like being in front of them, and I think that kind of like translates from my health and fitness background. I'm very used to being in front of people and looking people in the eye and kind of seeing what's driving them. So even though you've described me as one and you as the other, I feel like, to be fair, we both do very much both of the same thing.
We do. And like you were just saying, is the cloud based, for myself anyway, I'm a cloud based brokerage. So my office is wherever my phone is. Uh, However,
Same.
I still go out and meet people. I still go out and do the same thing that a brick and mortar person does. The biggest difference is you have an office to go to. And my office is wherever I happen to be, like this one right behind me. Yeah, that's my
It's
office.
so fancy. And my house behind me.
Yes, that's exactly right. You know,
I
right,
really would love to actually have an office like that to go to and a home like this to come back to. That'd be
right.
amazing.
We just keep doing what we're doing, and we can do
It'll
that.
happen.
It will. You know, Rachel, one of the things we've talked about a lot is when people get their license, and this goes back even to, I'm going to say customers. People get their license and they say, "Oh, what now?" They just think people are going to come knock on their door. I almost knocked, my dogs will go crazy. They get their license. They say, "Oh, what now?" Uh, I mean, when I got my license, I am super excited. I actually opened it on Facebook Live, which
I
was
remember.
it got terrifying.
I think you just re-aired that too. You did that live. You didn't record it first to see what the. Dang,
I
dude, you're brave.
I think I said
or
it.
crazy. I don't know.
I'm going to go with the latter. I was like, okay, I just got my. I'm going to open it, and I was
I remember
really,
you're
really
wearing
happy
your
and really
tie-dye
sad.
T-shirt.
I was, yes, that's how I roll. Uh, you know, going back to that is both of us are in the top 2%. Is only 1 or 2% of the people pass their exams on the first time, and both of us, us, passed our first time around.
That was
But
amazing. But it's not without sweat equity, I will tell you that. And I can dovetail on that when you finish your thought.
it's just, I guess my thought is we passed, yay, woohoo! And then there are people there. I know somebody who is no longer active, no longer selling. He took his test 11 times.
Oh, what? California?
In California. His name he shall remain nameless. No, it's not Scott Miller.
Yeah.
Took his test 11 times. He was in the business for 2 years and sold one house.
Wow. You know, it's not for everybody, and as you it's so funny because as you're talking about this, if you don't mind that I kind of stop you here for a moment, I think I mentioned, I don't think we've been on since I came back from Las Vegas. I was in Vegas and was there last weekend.
There's no pictures though.
No. But what's astonishing is, Henderson is one of the fastest growing cities in the nation at this point. It's, massive amount of desert. So I lived there more than 30 years ago. I've only been back a couple of times since moving away in 1997, moving back to California. I've only been back. This will be the third time. The first 2 times I was strictly on the Strip. I did not see anything around. And this time I was like out and about and in the actual living places that where people live. And it is astonishing, the housing opportunity out there. And the gal that I was visiting out there, she said, you should get your real estate license out here in Nevada and plot back and forth. And maybe, out there, literally you could probably get in with a developer and sit in a sales office, and the people literally come to you. When I bought a home out in Henderson 30 years ago, we went into a sales office and we purchased a house by walking into a sales office. Those opportunities for realtors exist in other places. I'm not so much in California, at least not in our, in where we are. So it kind of prompted me to look into why are you laughing? I'm being serious right now. This is serious stuff.
I know. It's not funny what I was thinking, but I say this and I'm laughing about it, but that's how I deal with stress. There's not a big opportunity for that right now. However, and I don't know how to say this without sounding.
You know what, Miller? You know what? I know what you're going to say. You need to just be quiet right now.
Okay,
stop talking.
I'll drink my
water. Too soon. Anyway, so I started to look up, what it takes to get a license in Nevada. And I was looking at, I know you and I have talked about the percentage rate of 2% of people pass the test the first time in California. And out in Nevada, if I read the statistics correctly, 45% of the people that take the test pass it on the first.
Wow.
The California real estate license is known to be the hardest one in the country.
Right, with an 80% dropout rate within 2 years.
After 2 years. So you've spoken of your friends. So it's, and when I went and took the test, I kind of met, buddied up with a stranger there, and we were very nervous about taking the test, and he literally looked me in the eye and said that he didn't study, that his friend said, just go take the test, you'll know it. Just go take the test. I studied for 9 months. 9 months. We both took the test. One time, maybe in another podcast, I can talk about my technique was probably similar to yours because you shot me over to a guy that helped me study. But we finished the test at the same time. We had our results at the same time. We walked out of the building at the same time. We opened our results at the same time. I passed, he failed. Big shocker. I'm like, now go study. Because you cannot, unless for some reason you've grown up around, a lot of adults talking about real estate.
Right.
You have to know how to take that test. You might know the material, but you have to know how to take that test. And there's definitely techniques to it, to taking the test, and we can talk about that another time. But it was just really interesting to me that, I was like, yay for us, because, well, first of all, we passed it, on the first try, and I guess they're saying, they mean the internet is saying that California is the hardest test to pass. So I'm like, maybe I should go also get a license in a different state where there are more housing opportunities, because there are, how many realtors do we have in California, Miller? I think it's in our notes.
I think it's like 123,000 or something like that. There's
1.5 realtors registered with NAR, which is the National Association of Realtors. So that's national.
And we have the largest number. I want to say it's 100. It's a lot. It's a big number.
Yeah. So there's a lot of competition out here. However, I was listening to another incredibly intelligent man talk the other day, saying that 10% of the agents do 90% of. I didn't even hear you because I was trying to think. What did you say?
Never mind. Everybody else heard it.
What did you say? Am I going to have to play back? 10% of the agents do 90% of the business. What does that tell you?
Yeah. Well, a lot of that is because, and the following is not a dig at all, but the people that have, I'm going to say, other jobs and not doing real estate, their priorities, I don't know how to say it without sounding like a jerk.
You can say it, because I am experiencing that right now. I wear two hats, and it is very difficult to prioritize. So sometimes there could be many people out there, many people out there that have their license, but it's not their priority, and that's just the fact.
Right. No, it's true. It gets very disconcerting. When you get your license, you think there's gonna be a big confetti cannon, and people are saying, "Ooh, let's go knock on your door and sell houses." And when that doesn't happen, you're like, "Okay, I can keep doing what I'm doing, and I can do real estate and still do that." It can be challenging. It definitely can be challenging. And like you said, you wear two hats. Also, you're a realtor, and you do your goat yoga.
See, I was quiet because I knew that you were struggling, and I just was letting you just go all the way so you could
hang myself.
Yeah, I'm just gonna watch you hang yourself right now. And no,
yeah.
No, Miller, I don't do goat yoga in the Death Valley. I know for anybody who's watching, we have 2 people watching. For anybody who's watching, pretty much on a weekly basis, Scott sends me an invitation to join him in Death Valley to do yoga with goats. She's
not going to do it.
No, but what I do, I teach Pilates, and I also have some nutrition clients. And so, yeah, I wear a couple different hats, and so sometimes prioritizing can be tricky.
No, absolutely. One of our watchers is one of the young ladies that work with me at Epic, and she's watching. She said, "You watch guys doing this live?" So yeah, we are.
Hi. Hi to Epic lady.
There you go. I think your watch is right next to the mic.
No.
Okay, then it's mine. Can hear a fuzzy noise. Wearing the 2 hats can be challenging. It really can be, and getting the customers to come towards you and getting ready to sell houses, it can be a challenge. There's a lot to it. When you get your license, you don't people, well, some people get just people banging on their door, saying, "Hey, let me sell and buy your house." There's a lot to it, and it gets to be very interesting.
It's much like when you're 16 and you get your license to drive. You don't know how to drive. Now you just can legally get in the car and figure it out.
When my son Jared got his license, the day he got his license, he goes, "Daddy, I'm gonna drive down to Hollywood." I'm like, "No."
No, you are not, son.
I got my license. Nice. That would be, in comparison, that would be somebody getting their license in real estate yesterday and trying to write a contract.
And but here's the thing, it happens.
It does.
So you need a good mentor. You need to be with a good mentor, a good team, with a person or many who are willing to surround you, help you, support you, give you solid advice, and help you through. Because how many documents are in a transaction now?
I just sent over an offer, and I think it was 36 pages.
It's a lot, and and the documents are changing all the time. So there's a lot to know. There's a lot to know, and if there's no matter how seasoned of an agent you are, something new is going to come at you, and you need to be surrounded by other agents that have all sorts of different types of experience and willing to help and support you, and a really dedicated mentor.
Absolutely. And there are, in all brokerages, there are mentor programs. Some of them calls for splits when you are, I could speak to one of the last organization I was at. They took a split on top of what the broker took. The mentor took another percentage while they're mentoring you for 3 or 4 deals. That's not at every brokerage. That is at most brokerages. Epic, for one, we have mentors. I should say mentors. Is that like that little small candy? We have mentors that aren't compensated by the rep. They're compensated by the company. And it's not just one mentor. You have dozens of mentors, but I'm an area leader, so I take care of the people that are in my area as their mentor, and everything from helping them with contracts. And if I don't know the answer, I have the best contract lady on the planet that I can go to and talk to her, or send my mentee over there and talk to them. So there's so much. I mean, we could talk literally for hours about after you get your license, what happens. I mean, we just talked about it. I don't know if we even said it or not. Once you get your license, if you're thinking about going to real estate, be prepared for your phone to blow up, your email to blow up, about every brokerage on the planet trying to get you to go there. And some of them just want you under their shingle and don't care. They just want you under their shingle.
Isn't that interesting?
It is. It is very interesting. And some of them, there's something called revenue share. And there's a lot of people that just go after revenue share and not so much interested in what they're doing. The brokerage I work at, we have like 70 different benefits. On my shirt, I don't know if you can read what that says. It says
I'm only here for the free car washes.
Yeah, Epic does free car washes.
That's amazing. What about free gas? Do they pay for your gas?
Maybe we can work on that. Yeah, they do free car washes. People like to make fun of us, so people make fun of us. We're just like, cool, let's just turn that into a shirt. So at my meeting in Texas, there was like 1,500 of us wearing these shirts. I'm only here for the free car washes.
I love that.
So there's so many different ways that you can get into real estate. And Rachel, I know that you'd agree, is investigate and talk to people, see what they're doing, how they're doing it, ask them questions. And, speaking of questions, we're going to do a lightning round. Ready? I'm going to give you a lightning round and give you 4 questions. You ready?
Oh, God.
On the 3. 1, 2. Rachel, what's your best tip? That's not the answer. What's your best tip for a new agent?
Calm down.
Okay. You know, I don't think there's anybody ever who's ever actually calmed down and they said calm down. So I watch the cop shows and like, just calm down, miss, calm down.
Calm
I don't
down.
think calm down.
Calm
is
down.
the-
And the reason why I say that is because you will have so much coming at you. Like first, like what you mentioned, you have brokerages trying to get a hold of you. And once you've landed with a brokerage, you're going to have a lot of tasks coming at you, and it's like, I kind of see it as like that, you know, I know you'll relate. Why do my hands look so big? The Asteroids game in the 80s, pew, 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 where you've got everything coming at you, and you can blast one of those asteroids and then it blasts off into other pieces that you have to protect yourself from. That is information coming. That's how I see the information coming at me as an agent. There's a lot to do. There's a lot to know, and you have to pace yourself and just figure out the first things first, and just keep going one foot in front of the other, and just pace yourself.
That was the longest lightning flash on the planet. So
Sorry.
calm down.
Okay, the next one will be quicker. Ready?
Okay, what's your biggest red flag when choosing a broker? Biggest red flag when choosing a broker. Go.
Pass.
No, that's not an option. I don't see Steve Harvey here. Where's Steve Harvey?
It looked like there was a ghost behind me. Okay, biggest red flag when choosing a broker. Gosh, I don't want to say that's a dangerous question, Miller. Can I throw that one back at you? What would you say?
No, you cannot. You said it would be faster. I'm waiting for it still. Okay, you know what? I'm gonna give.
You know what? Can I just kind of tweak it? Not so much a danger, not so much of a big flag, but as a new agent, take your time picking a brokerage. Okay. Ask questions, because I know that when I was a new agent, I didn't know what questions to ask. So that's just like the biggest red flag, is just like the biggest caution I could say is take your time choosing the brokerage you go with. I know that's not quite what you mean, but that's what comes to mind.
Okay, we're gonna give you another fast one. Ready? Boom! That was a flash of lightning, and your favorite real estate tool. Go.
Okay, HomeBot. I was just started playing around with it. My brokerage supplies it for me. Being Gratis Homes founder is Shane Haas, and we have HomeBot, and I've been playing around with it, and I really, really love it.
You know, that was pretty quick. One piece of advice you wish you had on day one.
Calm down.
Wait, you can't use it twice.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm looking for Steve Harvey still. No, you already calm down. Wait, you said, yeah, no, you can't use that one. So try again.
One piece of advice you wish you had on day one. Find your patience.
Like, find your patience, calm down, or find your patience.
Understand that patience is a big piece to the whole puzzle when starting out as a new agent.
Find your calm spot.
Be patient.
Okay, fine. I'm kind of afraid of the ones you're going to give me. So, kind of afraid.
All right. But, okay, I'm looking at our notes, and yours is weird.
Ha. So you even had notes. Ha. So, you know what? You can go off script. Ha. Because you don't really have a script, but go ahead.
You know what? You just put me under the gun twice. No, lightning round for you next time.
Wait, what?
We only have 5 minutes left. So, yeah.
Wait, I can be lightning.
I know, but I don't have the questions. The notes you gave me are weird. They're not questions, they're statements. Network like crazy. Real estate is about relationships.
Okay, fine. You're right. Oh, wait. Those are okay. I see what you're saying. Yeah, fine. Okay, fine. You can do lightning round. And I won't even know.
Lightning round for you next time. Should we share our stats real quick before we have to sign off?
Yes.
I sent you mine.
You did. Let me go and open my
Get
other
your
page.
shit together, Miller.
I'm working on it. There's January.
I said a bad word.
Oh no. And there's that, and there's this, and there is present, and there is this, and window, and there. Bam. Bink. You see it? There you can.
There it is. There I can. Yes, I can. There it is. So this is Thousand Oaks and surrounding cities. So I believe we got Thousand Oaks, Newbury Park, Moore Park, Simi Valley, Westlake Village. I believe we've got Agoura Hills in there as well. So Westlake Village, Agoura Hills, those tend to be higher priced homes. So that really does skew up the price. If I took those cities out, it might come down a little. Thousand Oaks is still pretty high, but not as high as Westlake and Agoura Hills, Calabasas area. So our median days to contract have gone up slightly. We've got a good amount of closed sales. This is all for January. So now that we're halfway through February, we're looking at January stats. Our inventory is going up a little bit, which is good. And so, yeah, we've got we're up 40% from new listings from January, probably December.
Rachel, are you seeing the home prices going up a little bit this month?
Not much, no.
Interesting. I'm seeing prices.
They're not going down though either. Well, okay. I mean, according to this, it's gone down 0.5%. I don't.
Yeah, I would like to pull up my file, but it's not going to pull up. I'm seeing our last couple listings that have come up here in Ridgecrest. They've been in the high 3s and the low 4s, which is unusual. And I think some of it has to do with the disasters that happened down in LA.
Yeah, you're having more demand for supply.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I met my first customer the other day who lost a home in LA, and
that's interesting.
I did not. I asked her where she was moving from, and she said, "Altadena, I lost my house." I didn't have words. I was like, I don't know what to say. My heart goes out. I don't know what else to say. Yeah, it was very, very emotional.
Yeah. Well, let's take a moment to mention John Watala, our lender, our mortgage guy. He has some special programs right now where he can offer a little bit of a discount, and I think that goes until the end of the month. So if anybody's watching, or maybe later when we share and people are listening and they've lasted a half an hour into this podcast, click. Reach out to John Watala. He's our guy.
Yeah, absolutely. So Rachel, how can people reach you?
I have my email address, 22 Rachel Moreno @gmail. You can also get me at Rachel@gradishomes.com. You can email me. You can find me on both Instagram and Facebook, Rachel Margolis Moreno or Rachel 3 Moreno. And that's it. You can email me or find me on Facebook or Instagram. I'm not shouting out my phone number right now.
No.
You can do that. I'm not doing that.
And you can find me at sellingkern.com. Or you can find me on Instagram under Homes with Scott K. Miller, or Facebook under Homes with Scott K. Miller, and pretty much under Scott K. Miller. Or you could just text me at 760-264-3501. 760-264-3501.
Yeah, you can get the stalkers.
Yeah, I
don't want.
Oh my goodness, I have to. Yeah, I just saw something the other day. It was kind of funny. Very well. Well, listen, it's kind of weird. We when I was in Texas and you were in Vegas, we kept crisscrossing and we're like, hey, gotta go. Hey, gotta go. Okay, hey, I gotta go. Hey, gotta go. So
haven't got to talk to you much this past week, Miller. So we'll talk tomorrow.
Yes, very good. Coolio, very good. Until next time.
30 minutes. We did it.
We did it. Yes.
Bye.
Very good. Tune in next week, guys. And Rachel, I will talk to you very soon.
Okay. Bye.
Take care, everybody.